My land which is for me is home.
Well, as a young boy, on my way back home from school, I would get the smell of bombil or Bombay duck being fried.
I think the first one would be history. I think there's, compared to most other places I've been to, there's such a large percentage of people in Goa that know their history really well. They know what villages they come from, they know all the patterns their family has been through, and they know a lot about whatever this land has been through, and they're very rooted in it.
The whole concept of family, so Goans, in my opinion, have really strong family ties.
Our food is different from the rest of the world. I have not traveled much, but I've traveled a little bit. Each country has its own food. But here in Goa, our food is the best in the world. We have our own dishes that no other cuisines in the world can touch.
I consider bibinka an Indo-Portuguese dessert because Portuguese desserts usually require one to use a lot of egg yolks, which bibinka has, and it also has coconut milk, which is sourced from the coconuts available in Goa.
I think bibinka should be global. Bibinka should be renamed as the king of desserts. It should be global.
I think bibinka is Goan as it gets, and it's one of the defining Goan foods, and definitely the defining Goan sweet.
Oh, well, there's this word, sossegado, and all it means, to me at least, it speaks about Goa's graceful pace, which once aligned humans with nature.
Sossegado literally means slow, easygoing. It doesn't mean lazy if you want that for me. It doesn't mean lazy at all. It just means our culture of accepting things as they come.
Sossegado to me embodies a pace of life where one does things comfortably without haste.
To me, I think Sossegado comes from the one important thing that I believe a Goan has been is somebody who has been content. Yeah, the first thing that comes to my mind is the courtyards, which have been, an integral part of our homes.
The most standout Goan architecture characteristic is the balcony. That's something that I've never seen in any other house in any other states or any other countries.
It's an inside-outside space. It's a great space for people to get together and hang out and have a really nice time. I think anyone who chooses to engage with Goa with a lot of love, gratitude and respect.
A true Goan is one who is very respectful of this land.
So I think irrespective of where you're from, a true Goan is somebody who's ethnically Goan and follows the values of the Goan people.
So my mom grew up in a village called Borvoy, and the village next to it is a village called Savoy. And from Savoy, we had a family, the Savoykar family, whose children went on to fight for the liberation of Goa. Out of which one name, which always comes to mind, not just to me, but because she is living, is Miss Sharda Savoykar. I don't see any reason to do that.
Absolutely not.
No, not at all.
How does it help anybody?
They're very much part of our existence, our identity.
We cannot erase the history of the land.
History is what has already been done.
I know now with the politics and everything else, a lot of Goans are opposing the fact that we are still letting landmarks from the Portuguese Inquisition still be a part of Goa. But irrespective of you liking it or not, it is important part of Goan history, and we should keep it and we should acknowledge it, because let's be honest, the Portuguese did give us a lot of beautiful architecture.
I wouldn't say any of these buildings are entirely Portuguese. They might have been commissioned by them, but they were built by Indian artisans. A lot of the building methods that were used were 100% indigenous and Indian.
Well, if you look even today, a large number of domestic tourists from other states of India visit Goa mainly because of the Portuguese culture and heritage.
People come to go to the beach, but they come for our culture. And what is our basic culture? It is what the Portuguese left us in the last 450 years. Now what the culture was before that, the Goan culture is still there. You should erase something and try to start anew when you can coexist.
So it's a part of our history. It is a part of what has happened on this land.
If you can coexist, you still have the old and you want to build new, you build new.